Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. In this video, we're going to check out the worst airports, top 5. At first place is PARO Airport, Bhutan. If you want to fly into Bhutan, you have only one choice. PARO Airport is the only airport getting into Bhutan, and plus landing there is a life or death experience for the pilot because Bhutan is surrounded by Himalayan mountains, and it's a small country. Also aeroplanes hate anything in the world that's right mountains, and also because of the mountains, pilot has to navigate by side multiple jagged edges in pigs while quickly descending to the runway after one super sharp 45-degree turn, and also to do all this while dealing with heavy turbulence caused by the up changing weather. And while landing, passengers literally cheered the pilot and pinpoint flying abilities. There are only 8 pilots who could fly to Paro Airport, and also that pilots can only arrive at the daytime, not at the night time. At second place, we have the Tenzing Hillary Airport, Nepal. Tenzing Hillary Airport, which was built in the middle of the Himalayan mountains and contains nearly every dangerous airport crashes and deadly accidents. For starters, the airport is itself roughly 9,500 feet above sea level, meaning while taking off and landing, the plane must deal with wind and turbulence that's thanks to the upchanging weather in the Himalayas could change at any time. The runway itself is barely more than 1,700 feet long, plus a vertical drop off at one end. And the dangerous thing is that the tiny runway is uneven and bumpy with an up curve of around 12%. That's not enough angle to make planes lose speed and momentum while taking off or landing, gaining speed a lot while landing, and plus the crashes have been recorded many injuries and deaths over a 60-year period time. Due to this, Nepal only allows small propeller planes and helicopters to operate here. The typical airport runway stretches anywhere around from 8,000 feet to 13,000 feet. The airport has no room, no use for such luxuries. Its runway is the shortest for any commercial airport in the world, stretches from around 400 meters to 13,000 feet. It's not much place for planes to land there. It's like a football fields, and it leaves zero room for error in the pilot's part, as if a barrier the barely their runway isn't harrowing enough. Whoever visits Sabah Island has decided to build the airport did not consider the location much. The airport is built directly below a mountain and right next to the sea. This means on one side of the runway, light jagged mountains edges. On the side is a steep cliff that drops straight into the ocean, and everyone on board is in major trouble. Perhaps not shockingly, the most planes cannot land. The commercial jets are, for example, banned even for attempting to arrive at this crazy little airport. The civil authorization does, however, allow propeller aircrafts to land there, and a pilot should not sneeze at the wrong time or they're gonna end up directly into the water. Next, NARSARSUAQ Airport, Greenland. In 1941, the US Department of Defense built NARSARSUAQ Airport in southern Greenland after realizing that the country needed a second airport that could allow to service large planes. Except for that, the part they picked the terrible location and gifted the country with a less ideal runway. This airport is located around the port, which means strong winds and turbulence are typical order of the day, even when the weather is weather is pleasant. The winds can make life difficult for any pilot when there's the mountainous area surrounding the airport. There's the pilot must navigate his own way to the runway. And by the way, from runway, the runway is only 6,000 feet long. Just to add to the challenge, if that's not enough to tax and have the most skilled pilots, there is also an active volcano nearby that tends to erupt regularly too, and it does send a tiny silica. The silica is a sharp bed made out of melting ice. So imagine shattered glass flying in all direction. This can easily damage plane's engine and the planes, and sadly there's the thing the pilot can hope for is the volcano does not goes erupt at the time they take off. But still guys, there's no sign of that happening. So the volcano does erupt every single time the pilot takes off and lands. On to the next clip. This airport has to be the most dangerous airport in the video because it has a erupting volcano thing, and the pilot has to navigate on his own, and plus he has to also take off. I think while taking off also he should navigate by his own because of the volcano and plus the up changing weather. On to the next clip. Princess Juliana Airport. You must have seen some pictures of planes arriving at Princess Juliana Airport, and plus you have seen viral shots of a plane flying right above sun battles nearby Maho Beach, and I've gone virals many times, and for good reason. It looks plain awesome, but the reason those planes fly so low to beach is far less awesome. Princess Juliana Airport is actually pretty dangerous with the short runway, just 7,500 feet. Pilot has to touch down as early as humanly possible, which translates to low flying aircraft that looks like they're buzzing right over the heads of Maho Beach residents uncomfortably. This is not without risk. Strong winds and stand gusts can rip through the beach and hurt the beach goers, but that's the best case scenario. In the worst case scenario, this pattern can take lives. In 2017, a woman was too close to a landing plane and one consumed by jet blasters. This uncomfortably cost her life. While these things does not happen often.
Subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on notification on. Guys, like the video if you like it, and peace out.